distraction from recent setbacks. Perhaps what's this? Sparks. I thought this missing some simple meteorological phenomena. Being near it gives me an overwhelming feeling of anguish and dread. What on each is this? Whatever it is, it appears to be advancing rapidly. So I believe let's plan to use chemistry more rapidly. Hello? Are you alright? Oh wait, what on each are you? I don't know. It's all so blurry. I don't know where I am or how I got here. Well, you are up and talking, so I suppose that's something. But you are translucent and quite peculiar. Are you perhaps a ghost? I don't know. I don't remember anything before just now except... Inside the mist, I felt so alone. It was horrible. Pain, fear, it hurt so badly, like I was being torn apart, scattered in all directions. But then I heard something, a voice, your voice. It sounded like it was coming from somewhere less painful, so I followed it. This is a bit forward, but there was something that fell from the sky and struck this area a few weeks ago. I wonder if that might have been you. But I beg your pardon, I'm Da Vinci, inventor, scientist, and I must thank you for clearing that mist, possibly saving both our lives. I don't know if it would kill, but that feeling might just be worse than death. But you're very welcome. I'm glad I could help. The mist closing in again. You need a name, but now it's not the time for formalities. Can I just call you Ghost for now? I guess that's okay. Clearly not my best work, but there's no time. Let's hurry. Sparks, that was incredible. But what just happened? I don't know. It felt like we joined. Sorry, it was an accident. No need to apologize. We're great to do it. Two minds, one. Oh dear, the mist right behind us. Let's move. Oh no, it looks like someone else is trapped out here. Can we help them? Oh, you're right. Two more people. One person unit. Did you have any plans to die today? Because it looks like that's what's about to happen. Don't give up quite yet, good sir. My companion and I may be able to alleviate the danger somewhat. Excuse me, that isn't exactly inspiring a rush of confidence and goodwill in my heart. However, I believe that it will require some assistance, unless you would prefer to simulate that further aid our endeavors. Alright, let's get ourselves out of this mess. I never liked this forest much, but that offer meant something new. Indeed, these woods are certainly full of peril, especially with that gas run. It may be that cooperation is the key to our survival. Yeah, I'm not why I'm far from. You got it. Yeah, I guess I know you. Why I put it there, that's enough. such really transactional terms. I am simply proposing an alliance to safely see us through this way. But if we are to be companions, I am inventive, mechanic, and astronomer, and this might be where it goes. Oh, you're gonna be paying much attention back there. Our lives are needed. Your screens can be watching. Excuse me, I'm not a fan. I don't know exactly what I am, but please don't call me that. Aaron, I'm sorry about that. You can call me Mr. Fox. That should do well enough for our purposes. Even though you helped me out of that situation, I know it can go on. Basically, you just got me. That would be marvelous, but what about we have to get into the final test? Not that I wouldn't be fun to chat about our lives, but we're not exactly out of fun lately. No, you're quite right. Let us hurry and be on our way then. Attacking us, and why? They call themselves exiles, and they're really territorial. Aha! It seems this area is blessedly free from that awfulness. I believe we should be safe, or at least for now. What a charming little spot. It's just a place to recuperate after a battle and chat with companions. An old fox train rest spot named for any wandering folk to have a safe place to put their feet up for a while. They're pretty much all over each other. An old fox tray rest spot, made for any wandering folk to have a safe place to put their feet up for a while. They're pretty much all over each tree. How wonderful. I, for one, could honestly use a break. Do you think it's safe to have a bit of a sit down for a while, Mr. Fox? Yeah, I don't see why not. You on board, Whisk? Bet you don't really need things like rest, but us mortal suckers aren't so lucky. Sure, I'm happy to take a break whenever you need, and I'll keep an eye out for more spots like this. Flame, warmth, good company. If only we could bottle it up for later moments, huh? I wonder if that bun will manage to be fired for once while it's resting. My goodness, I can still feel myself tingling from that joining before the fight. Truly a remarkable experience. It's interesting. Nice to be faster, hit harder, all that, but I'm not a big fan of feeling like there's a passenger in my head. I promise I'll never read your thoughts or anything. I don't even think I can. Being joined from me is more feeling impulses and echoing them. Dear me, I'm sorry not to have asked earlier, but how are you, Ghost? You seemed a little overwhelmed after that first battle. Thanks, but I think I did pretty well. It was tricky to learn how to interact with the physical world. So you're really that new to all this, but you adapted that quickly? That's pretty impressive. Unfortunately, between the mist and all and those exiles roaming around, we need to use every advantage we've got, including that power of yours, Whisper. Right, I'll do my best. I hope that'll work. Of course it will, Ghost. Why, with your skills, my wits, and Mr. Fox's swiftness, I'm certain we'll be unbeatable. Easy, Bun. A little confidence is helpful. Too much, and we'll end up in way more trouble than we need to. Let's keep our eyes open. More. Da Vinci, I was thinking that I still have no idea who I am, and it's, uncomfortable. Oh my goodness, you're right. I'd completely forgotten. You've got to find out who you are. Let me think. This is a crisis. Not only must we find your lost identity, but that terrible mist is swiftly spreading throughout the forest. Someone must know how to stop it. And who do you think will be able to help you out there, Bun? We're not exactly in a metropolis here. No big centers of learning around. I actually don't know that many people. Let me think. Noella's Ark. Last I heard, he was heading to the Arcolarium. He must be there now. He's the wisest person in the world. He's got to know what to do. Hold it. You want to go see the Herald? That means you'd have to go through the whole bloody forest. That's not the only way. There's a way. Trumel Porta. A tunnel built with great skill by a friend of mine that leads straight to the Arcolarium. I know that tunnel, Bun, but the one running it isn't exactly welcoming to visitors. I beg your pardon, but I'm certain my friend will give us safe passage. We'll be in the Arcolarium in no time. I'm not fond of Noella's or his batty religion, but at least Arcolarium is a better place to be than here. Alright, Bun, we'll try your idea. Very well. Before you know it, we'll be strutting along in safety on our way to the lovely city of Arcolarium. I hope Noella's can help with the mist, and with me if he has time. Why, I'm certain this herald will be delighted to meet you. How could he not be? Let's shake our wings and get going. Looks like the exiles are starting to take our intrusion into their territory more than a little personally. What do? We can't turn back, can we? Now that they've noticed us, not an option. Just try not to get stabbed, alright? Focus and watch out for their tails, just like before. Not exactly nuanced advice, but I shall of course do my best. What's this? Such a strange scent. A bumble bun, far from the sky, a fox tray with ice in his eyes, and besides him, a unique wisp. I am Baba Chu, huntress of knowledge, explorer of language. Adventure is my pleasure, and a treat it is to meet you, yes. My goodness, the famed scholar in adventures. I am Da Vinci, scientist, tinkerer, and so on, and these are my companions, Mr. Fox and Ghost. We're headed to Arcolarium to see Noellus Ark, and hope he can help with that horrible misstuff and tell me who I am. A dangerous force and haste. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Dear me, loneliness. All the more reason to stop it from hurting anybody. But how did an emotion become, well, a deadly miasma? Of this I fear I have no knowledge to share. I do not have a clue. But Noellus may indeed help you. Of here and there he knows much. And what brings you out here in the middle of the Crinklewood, Baba? This seems like an odd place for anybody to visit, even you. Indeed, the exiles seem in a foul mood. I refused their escort and their retort was quite rude, to wreck my transport. But they were not too proud to disallow passage to my primary goal, Gallant Castle. It may be a ruin, but the ancient ruins, ancient works in the library are quite lavish. Alas, that I cannot grant you safe passage. If you too seek knowledge, perhaps we shall meet elsewhere. Yes, yes. But to the castle I must go, and if you could, Bumble Bun, Fox Tray, Wisp of the Woods, Wisp of Air, beware the wood and the mist, the loneliness, and take care. Da Vinci, do you really think Noellus Ark can help me? Of course, I can't think of a wiser being than the Herald. Experience points. Relationship page.
I went through a circle. Hmm. Hmm. Magic. Tying my ears, but it's been quite the exciting journey so far, hasn't it? Oh yeah, not only have we been fleeing for our lives from a terrifying and mysterious miasma, but also people who want to kill us. What a party. Well, it hasn't all been bad. I've got to make both new acquaintances, and met a famous scholar and adventuress. Our new pal doesn't have a lot of contacts for getting in the way of their assessment. So what do you think, Wisp? How do you feel about the trip so far? It's been exciting. It's been so exciting. I mean, I still get worried when we're fighting, but there's so much to see, and I can't wait to meet new people. An exemplary attitude, Ghost. Why, if only more people approached the world with such wonder, I dare say it would be a better place. Definitely an exasperating one, at least. Spirit saved me from too many naive optimists. Say what you like, Mr. Fox, sir, but as a scientist, I find being prepared for wonder and surprise the optimal way to live. Well, regardless of the past, we have a bright future ahead of us. Soon, we shall behold the bright banners and joyful town people of Argolarium. So you keep saying, me, I'll believe when we can go through this tunnel foot when we set foot on the other side and no sooner. Da Vinci, thanks again for taking me to see Noella's Ark. But what are you going to do after we see him? Well, hopefully I will have the opportunity to spend time with my good friend Van and acquire some supplies for my project. Just one project? I would have thought you had at least 15 going on all at once. You did introduce yourself as an inventor. Of course I do, but admittedly one stands out from the rest. A flying machine. Actually, I was gonna ask about that. All the bumblebuns I've met have had big fluffy wings. Guessing that isn't you. Unfortunately, no. I was born with less than optimal wings, shall we say. But the flying machine I am making is far more grand. I plan to soar high into the air and reach my beloved home of Altostratus. Glorious city in the sky. Sparks. The moment my invention is ready, you and I shall embark upon a journey unlike any other. I'd be so happy to visit your home, Da Vinci. Yeah, I think I'll sit this one out. Flying's never been my thing, bun. But hey, send me a postcard. You're the fox trainer I've met. How old are you? Even if we live longer, it's still rude to ask someone's age. Permanent increased magic. Here's RP. Oh, relation points. Friends. You are friends, yes? Surely you can help an unfortunate merchant who had to toss aside their goods when waylaid by most awful bandits. I cannot confront these exiles myself and demand my goods be returned, but if you are brave and kind, could you retrieve them and bring them back to me? I would hate for you to have to go home empty-handed. We'll see what we can do. Here you go. I'm guessing these are yours? Yes, indeed. May the stars grant you blessings, friend. But here is my own gift to grant. May it serve you well. Many thanks to you once more, my friend. You have saved my business. Aha! The fortified gateway I previously mentioned. My friend should be happy to let us through to the Arcalarium. Observed. Hello, Ryan, it's me, Da Vinci. Just like I heard, nobody gets through this passage. I doubt this friend of yours is gonna bend that rule for us. Preposterous. He's a fellow inventor. Of course he would. Hmm. Wisp, that door shouldn't be a problem for you. Think you can phase through and tell us what's on the other side? Alright, I'll try. No! Going through things feels so awful. And I'm so alone again here. I can't be alone. Not again. It's alright, Wisp. I'm not really sure what that would have gotten us anyhow, but I think we've exhausted our options here. Nonsense. Perhaps I simply need to apply more force to my knocks. Hello, Ryan. Are you there? See? I told you that would work. We should be heading to the Arcalarium in no time at all. I don't know there, Bun. That sound was coming from behind us, not in front of us, and it didn't sound friendly to me. Whatever it is, it's almost here. What is that thing? Sparks. That seems like my friend's creation. A trummeling. But a giant one is new to me, and it's so impressive. Hello, fantastic automaton. It's me, Da Vinci. I'm a friend of your creator. Is it friendly? I highly doubt it, and I don't think it intends to let us leave either. Oh, well, I imagine you're a busy fellow indeed. I hate to take up any more of your time, so perhaps you could let us go? I don't know what's happening. They were never aggressive like this before. So glad we came here. Clearly your friend thinks so highly of you that he sent his best friend creations. Clearly your friend thinks so highly of you that he sent his best creations to smash us. I guess if we work to get it, we might be able to get out of this situation. Crossed my ears. I had no idea ghosts had that kind of power. Or whatever it is you are. I have no clue how I did that. I felt your presence as if we were one being, and a really strong energy that I needed to use it. Well, I applaud your good judgment in doing so. And clearly, Mr. Fox, our skills work exceptionally well when they are combined. I'd say what's most clear here is that regardless of whether your friend wants us there or not, we cannot go through Trumoportia. Trumoporta. Sparks. It appears we need to take the secondary route after all. The Gallant Castle? Baba Chu's crazy enough to go through there because she knows the exiles won't hurt her, but we're not that lucky. But we've made it this far, and you've seen what we can do when we work together and focus on our objective. We're unstoppable. Fine, I still owe you, and it's not like I've got a better plan or anything to go back to, and that fog suggests trouble ahead. Not exactly the enthusiasm I was hoping for, but I shall take it. Come, friends, let's redirect our steps to Gallant Castle and Argolarium beyond. By the only one. What a view. This vista is so tremendous, it almost makes the danger to get here all worth it. Yeah, scenes like this give you a sense of how big the world really is, that we only see such a fraction of it every day. It's new to me, but somehow familiar, like I can feel all the memories that have been made here grouped together, yet this experience stands alone. Yes, why that's it. A group. Our little group has done so much. Why, we deserve a name. Something much bigger than each of us individually. A guild. What? That's a group of people practicing the same trade. We're all completely different. Almost in every single way. Yet we're all bound together by a goal. To find out what's causing that awful mist. Loneliness. And stop it, no matter what stands in our path. We are singular in our pursuit, defying the odds. And with all that in mind, I believe there is no choice but to call us the Lonesome Guild. I'd say it doesn't even make sense, but being that this is from someone who named the ghost Ghost, I shouldn't be surprised. Sparks, I'm terribly sorry. I haven't even thought to reevaluate your name now that we're out of danger. Have you any ideas of what you'd prefer? I guess I kind of like it how it is. I mean, Mr. Fox is obviously not his name, but it works. Why not Ghost for me? Splendid. Ah, it feels fantastic to have that sorted. Ghost in the Lonesome Guild. Hey, I never agreed to. You know what? Forget it. I'm not gonna waste time arguing with adults. Let's just get moving. Indeed. Lovely as this scene is, we've got quite the journey ahead of us. Lonesome Guild, let's go! By the one, would you look at this place? Despite the wear and tear, this castle is in remarkable shape. Who's this only one you keep talking about? Well, the only one is the supreme being of Itri, who watches over all of its people, and Noah's Ark is their herald. Every 100 years or so, a chosen one is selected from each of the kin of Itri and elevated to godhood to watch over and guide their people. They call that the Ascension. That's enough theology for now. We should get moving. And let's hope the inside of the castle is as free of scorch marks as the outside. Scorch marks? Is that why it's abandoned? What happened here? A lot of grim events took place in Gallant Castle recently. You'll probably learn a lot more than you want as we pass through it. Gallant, crowned, sculptor, Hara, core builder. Gallant's noble form, commemorating the moment His Majesty accepted the crown and rose from knight to king. Arcolarium, Gallant Castle. Who is this guy? I hope he's not dangerous. Eyes open, looks really strong. Oh, goodness. Pardon us. We didn't mean to intrude. A scalemoid warrior. That's unusual. You working for the folks squatting here, stranger? No, I am Saplin, and these folks have attacked me quite a few times already, but they cannot stop my quest to reach Arcolarium. Quest? You're on a quest too? Yes, I seek my sister. She vanished from our village some time ago, and her trail has led me towards Arcolarium. Sparks, we're on our way there as well. We're hoping to speak to Noella's Ark about this missed business, and see if he can help our friend Ghost here. The Herald is in Arcolarium. I was one of the previous chosen, and would ask him of the failed ascension, and perhaps he can help me find my sister. Sadly, this door, the path out of this castle towards Arcolarium, is closed tight. Even with all my strength, I cannot budge it. There must be a way to open it around here. Let's go find the key we need and open the door. Then we can all get into Arcolarium. I must remain here, as I cannot risk missing my sister if she comes this way. But if I may aid it with answers, ask me whatever you wish. Phew. It's nice to relax, and this fire is so pleasant. But you can't even feel warm. Why would you care about fire, Miss? It's really nice to look at, even if it's not around for long. Wouldn't have thought someone without any connection to this world would enjoy how it looks, and how fleeting things can be. Must our conversation turn dark? Why don't we focus on our fortunate position? Halfway to the Crinklewood is warm and safe. I take issue with the word safe being that this is an enemy stronghold, but fine. It's nice to be warm, whatever the reason. Argument resolved. That was easy. So, what do you think is waiting for us deeper in these ruins? Excellent question. This is a relic of the great age of castles after all. Incredible frescoes, intricate stonework, not to mention a lot of security, probably based on knowledge of the noble houses. A lot of big egos in that era. Fortunately, I am somewhat of a scholar at that time period, and curly Q. Curly quill nobility. Should a puzzle try to halt our progress? Well, any trivia of the great curly quills houses will fall into my intellect. So we're relying on the Bumble Bun being a big nerd to get us through this place? I'm oddly comforted by that. Why, thank you. I choose to take that as a compliment. How do I save the game? Let's stop here so I can check the audio. Good night for now.